This is the Average to Savage podcast with Paul Guarino. Everyone and anyone, athletes, celebs, and much more.
What's up, everybody? I'm back for another episode of the Average Savage podcast. Our special guest today is Essence Carson of the Phoenix Mercury. Essence, how's it going?
It's going great. How's it going for you?
Good. I appreciate you coming on the podcast.
Yeah, anytime, man.
So I know your season's starting soon, very soon. So let's go back into a little time machine. So you graduate high school, and then what was your recruiting process like going into college process?
Recruiting was a whirlwind. Just receiving letters from pretty much every university in the country that was, leading in basketball. Mm-hmm. So that was definitely a whirlwind. It was sometimes it would become overwhelming. I used to have, that Glad trash bags, the industrial ones. We used to have the bags of those just filled up with letters. So you can just imagine how many letters came in.
Gotcha. Yeah. So what was like your first offer you got?
I can't even remember the first offer, honestly. It was so many came at one time.
So ultimately, what made you pick Rutgers?
Well, it had a good music program there. Mm-hmm. It also had a good psychology program, both of which I studied there. And the team, it was a family-oriented team, and it had a Hall of Fame coach. Mm-hmm. So, it only made sense. And it was in New Jersey. Yeah. I wasn't really looking to stay close to home, but, it definitely ended up being beneficial. But more importantly, like I said, it was the academic side of things and the fact that the team was so family-oriented and the leader that they had, which was Coach Vivian Stringer.
Yeah, definitely. What was your overall experience like at Rutgers?
I had a great experience there, man. Of course, it was tough because Coach Stringer is just one of those hard-nosed coaches. Mm-hmm. But it definitely made me a better woman off the floor and a better player. Hence, that's why I've been able to stick around the game in the WNBA for so long, just because all of the knowledge that she passed along. I had an amazing time. We had some amazing seasons there, all which were winning seasons. And we made, some impact, not only on the basketball court, but also socially.
Gotcha. Now, was there a point in Rutgers where you're like, I want to go to the WNBA?
Honestly, I didn't, I tried not to make that my focus. Mm-hmm. My focus every day was just to go out there and compete and win every game on a collegiate level. And then I was also, just being part of the music program and those psychology classes, I really just had to stay focused on making sure, I was on top of those tasks as well. So, my time definitely was limited, whether it was thinking, just even time for just thinking about other things. But once I became a senior, it definitely started to become a little clearer. The picture became a little clearer. Finished up with classes. Collegiate basketball career was coming to an end, and then at that point it was just like, oh, okay, WNBA is an option. It seems like it can actually happen. So then, I really started, thinking about that part for myself, because before that we would just watch the girls in the league, and especially those that came from Rutgers in the league. 2 of them had already won championships. So I'm like, okay, well, that could be a possibility for me too.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so you got drafted 7th overall to the New York Liberty. So what was your draft day experience like?
Oh, draft day was cool, man. It was cool. It was surreal. Yep. Something, at certain points it didn't seem like it was actually happening. Mm-hmm. Sitting there, waiting for your name to be called. And then, all of a sudden your name is called, and then it hits you like, wow, I'm a professional basketball player now. And, on top of that, it was, home. So I got to stay on the East Coast. My family still was able to, support me and be there and come to the games. And so that was a big thing too. So all around, it was just a great experience. It was a great day. And, at that moment, life changed.
Yeah, definitely. And as many people know, you guys go overseas in the quote-unquote off-season. So what's that experience been like? What was it like going over there for the first time?
Well, for me, it wasn't my first time overseas, just because I was able to play with the USA basketball team for 4 years prior to that. But actually be there for a long, extended period of time, where we're talking months upon months, it was difficult at first for the first week. you just go through the whole homesickness part. But then, you just got to buy into it. You got to buy into the culture, man. You just got to live. If not, you're going to be miserable every day. So you start to embrace everything that's there, embrace the people that's there, the culture, the resources that they have. And then you look at it like, man, I get to travel the world. If I wasn't playing basketball, you start to think, if I wasn't playing basketball, would I be able to have this opportunity? And then at that point, you're like, just take it all in and take it as it is and continue to push forward, because this game of basketball has opened many doors and presented many opportunities, and this is one of them. And you never would know where you can go from there.
Yeah, definitely. What's been your favorite country so far?
Favorite country is probably Spain.
Yeah.
Growing up on the East Coast in Jersey and New York and stuff, we had a lot of Latin influence. And, no, Spain isn't Latin America, but it's heavily influenced. Latin America is heavily influenced from Spain, just historically. So it felt familiar. The people there were very welcoming and warm. The weather was great. The food was amazing. There was nothing to complain about there. So definitely one of my favorite countries overall.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good right there.
Yeah, man. Good food, good weather. I mean, what else do you want?
Pretty much. Now, fast forward to 2016, you're on the LA Sparks and you win your first WNBA championship. So what was that like? Man,
that was crazy. And the way that the series came to an end was crazy. With that shot, with the clock running down, and it was an away game at that. So you get to win the championship on someone else's floor. So that right there in itself is just a story, But it being my first WNBA championship, nothing's gonna be able to replace that. That's a memory that's etched in stone, and there really aren't enough words to even express or explain what feeling you get when you achieve that. Right, for the first time ever. Yeah. But what I can say is that we lived that moment again 1,000 times over. It was a great year all around. We pushed the envelope from start to finish. When we started out, 21-0 or something like that, or 20-0. So it was just an amazing year all around. And then to top it off with that made it even better. And it just helps you grow. As a player, once you win a championship, you understand what it takes to win it. And it just helps you grow that much faster and exponentially. So moving forward, you can teach others how to get there.
Yeah, definitely. I saw you won a few overseas too, but which one's sweeter, like WNBA or the overseas ones?
WNBA for sure, just because, you get to do it in front of your family.
Yeah.
You get to do it on home soil. But it doesn't take anything away from those championships that I won abroad, because those championships mean a lot to those people in those respective countries as well. That's their WNBA championship, Yeah. And at the end of the day, for me, championships, that's the ultimate goal. So, no, it's not the same just only because, of location. Yeah. And, just the family aspect, the family and close friends aspect of it. But all in all, it's still a championship. You're on top, and it feels good to be there no matter where you are in the world, what country you're in, whoever your teammates are. All that doesn't matter. What matters is that you're number one. And a true champion loves that feeling.
Yeah, definitely. And going to personal awards, you were All-Star in 2011, and what was that like?
Oh, it was cool, man. It was a cool little experience just to be recognized for being, one of the best players in the league. There's a lot of great players. And, there's a lot of actually good players, great players that, may not ever make the team for whatever reason. Timing's bad. It's one of those years where it's a lot of people having a great year. But, that year the numbers fell in my favor. So it felt great to be recognized for that. The whole experience while I was there with Nike, my other teammates, my former teammates, it was just a great experience. My mom had a great time. And, it just another one of those moments that you just got to take in and just take it for what it is. And, just appreciate the acknowledgement and keep it moving.
Yeah, definitely. Now, off the court, I saw you were in the Make Way commercial. And what was that like to get that exposure like that?
Oh, man, the commercial was cool, man. Yeah. It was a long shoot all day in New York. It felt good to fly back home. So it was just good to be back in that element. Two, just shooting commercial, man. They got everyone all dolled up. Everyone, did everyone's makeup, had the clothes on deck, and just to feel like you're a priority. That they're making the league a priority because they want us to be more visible. That feels good. Even if I wasn't in the commercial, I would be happy for someone else to be in it just because, hey, they're making us a priority. They want more eyes on us. And, whatever way they see fit, and doing that, I'm supportive of it, as long as it's beneficial to us as the players and as the league. Like I said, it was dope. We got to meet a great group of young girls there. Mm-hmm. It was a lot of their first time actually seeing women professional athletes up close and personal. And, they left there feeling inspired. And that's what you want to do, mm-hmm. When you're on this platform. Yeah, you want to win games and all that, make money. But you also want to inspire the generation that comes after you. And now, it's not saying that they're going to aspire to be professional basketball players, but they're going to aspire to be something great. No matter what opportunity is presented or not presented, they'll make an opportunity for themselves, and they can see that it's able to be done by women and not only men.
Yeah, definitely. And how did you get picked for that?
They just reached out to me.
Yeah, gotcha.
I don't know. I guess I guess they was feeling the vibe. I don't know, man. I guess they was feeling the vibe or something like that. But I was lucky enough to be one of the chosen few for that. And I think they just try to be as diverse as possible, mm-hmm. giving you different looks into, different players. Because, we're all professional basketball players, but at the end of the day, we're still 144 individuals. Yeah. And, of the 5 people there, not one of us was the same. Whether it was appearance or whether it's off the court life and even on the court, style of play. Each of us are different. And I think that's important to see, that it doesn't matter what your background is, what you look like. Success comes in different shapes and forms. And it's really good that they were able to exemplify that in this Make Way commercial. Yeah,
definitely. What are your thoughts on the new WNBA logo and the new designs for the jerseys?
Man, I like it. I like the logo, man. Yeah. It's something a little different. It's sleek. It's stylish. It looks modern. A little more contemporary now. And, I'm all about things looking stylish and looking good and being in tune with now. You don't want to be trendy. You want to set the trend. Yeah. So I'm happy that they actually, made a step towards that direction and making that move first. I know we did a rebranding a couple of years ago as well, but I really believe that this one is heading in the right direction. I mean, a lot of the women that are part of it, they love it, getting a lot of great feedback from fans and, from media. Mm-hmm. So, it seems like we're all heading in the right direction, and I'm proud to be a part of it. Yeah,
definitely. I like the logo. I just think it has to be a reverse.
Oh, the other way?
Yeah.
So you want a right-hand layup?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you want, or you want or you want a reverse layup? Like, what you want?
No, no, like right hand. Like I think it's because it's to the left. I think it's
maybe. See, when I talked to them about the logo, they said they took her outside of the box that she was in. Because remember, used to be a rectangle around her, right? Yeah. So it's like now she's like free flowing. Yeah. So you can put her anywhere. So if you can put her anywhere, I'm sure you can put her on the other side of the basket and she can make a right-hand layup. I mean, I don't think that's something that's difficult to do.
Yeah.
You just got to talk to the right people, you know what I'm saying, to ask for her permission. Like, do you like right-hand passes, left-hand passes? What side of the basket you like better? I'm sure she'll go to the right side.
Yeah, definitely. And I know you're on a new team this year, the Phoenix Mercury.
Yeah.
So, did you know you were going to leave L.A.? Or did you?
Well, I wasn't sure what I was going to do at first. It was free agency. But, when free agency comes around, you like to keep your options open. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to welcome change. You have to embrace change. No, we don't like changes. I don't really know anyone that really likes changes, especially when they're comfortable. Mm-hmm. And especially when they've already had success with what they're doing and where they are. But, sometimes times change and things call for needed changes. And when Phoenix presented the opportunity, I thought it was good timing. They're also a great organization, and they had some pretty damn good players here, too. So, at the end of the day, I'm about winning. Yeah, Phoenix fell short. the year before, but that's okay. Hopefully I can be a part of one of the missing pieces, to help put them over the hump. But again, I wouldn't be the only missing piece. We brought in a few great rookies that I think will make a great impact. And we have some returners that were out last year due to injury. They're coming back as well. But again, man, I didn't know I really was going to make that change until the opportunity presented itself. I made the decision really quick, but I thought it was a smart decision. And you don't have any regrets about decisions you make. I don't have any regrets about it. I'm here. The organization has been very welcoming, the entire team, the women here, and the entire city as well. So it feels good to be in Phoenix.
Definitely. I think I know your answer to this next question, but what's your goal for the season?
I mean, of course. I know everybody that you interview is going to say, I want to win the championship. To me, that's a given. If you don't want to win the championship, then, I don't know why you're even a part of the league. Yeah. Of course, I want to win the championship. I want to bring home that trophy. Again, bring home another ring, So I just want to make sure I'm able to contribute in whatever way possible, any shape or form, and, just be a leader. Yeah. Be someone that one of my teammates can look to ask for advice. Or maybe it's not to ask for advice. Sometimes people just need you to listen, and then it just depends. So just to be that leader, one of the leaders on the team, to be that vet, and to, go out there, contribute, man. Make it hard for other teams to score. Make it hard for other teams to defend. So just playing both sides of the floor and getting after it, being the true competitor that I am, and, just being a great teammate.
Yeah, definitely. And I know you're a veteran. So what's it been like, say, like the media-wise from like when you entered the league to like today?
Oh, man. Media-wise? Well, as far as me handling the media, nothing's changed. I'm pretty much the same. I had some great media training in college. Yeah. But as far as, now it seems like, there's been a shift in media in general. I see more eyes, are now on the league, which is cool. It's a shift in culture. I see that the league is becoming more involved in what's going on right now, right? So, and that's important because that's what the other top leagues do. They're part of what's going on now, what's current, the pop culture. And I see the WNBA making its way into the pop culture. That's one thing about the NBA. They're in tune with the pop culture, and they're in tune with what's popular, what's going on now. And, the shift is there. We're becoming more involved in the sneaker culture, and many other aspects of pop culture as well. So that media shift right there is very, very important. And, as players, we're welcoming it with open arms. So, these podcasts, we didn't have those podcasts when I first came in the league. Yeah. We didn't have that. This is another outlet that we can take advantage of and talk and speak our minds and really get that message out there, whatever the message may be. Each player is going to have their own message. You know what I mean? So definitely a great shift, though.
Yeah, for sure. What advice would you give a young woman trying to make the WNBA?
Try to make it to the WNBA, man. Yeah. You got to practice. Stay off Instagram, man. Let me tell you, staying on Instagram thinking that you posting these 15-second clips of you dribbling 1,000 miles per hour at 16 million cones, that's not going to help you get to the league. You got to put the hours in the gym. You can't shortcut that at all, because at the end of the day, if you try to shortcut it, it's going to show up later. When the lights come on and it's time for you to compete against someone that's been in the gym hours upon hours upon hours, practicing game-like situations, and practicing with purpose, it's going to show up and they're going to show out. So you don't want that to happen. So, stay off the ground, stay in the gym. It doesn't matter if lights are on or off. Just make sure you're in there. You got your basketball in hand and you're just ready to go to work. There's no excuses. You don't have to have a rebounder all the time. You make it happen. And, there's a lot of talent out there right now. So I'm excited to see what the next generation is going to bring to the game. And I'm pretty sure they're going to make it very, very exciting for viewers to watch.
Yeah, definitely. I like that you said get off social media.
Yeah, man. It's cool every once in a while. Yeah. Like, okay, we want to go out there. We want to look at memes. We want just a couple videos we want to laugh at. You want to say what up to your fans and post your mom on Mother's Day, dad on Father's Day. That's cool. But just being on there just to showcase your ball handling skills, it's like, is it really realistic if making it to the league is what you want to do. Now, if you're a trainer, that's what you want to do. That makes more sense. That should be part of, you know, your rollout plan, I guess I should say. But when you're an athlete trying to make it to the next level, become an elite athlete, there's no way you could become an elite athlete if your phone is in your hand the whole time. So if your phone in your hand, that means you're not working on your other hand, right? Your phone is in one hand, and so you can only dribble with one hand. So put the phone down and work on dribbling with both hands, shooting with both hands, passing with both hands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you don't need to be on social media, bro.
Yeah. I'm putting out some gems right here.
Shoot, putting out gems. They need to be in the gym. For real.
Yeah.
Gym for gems.
For sure. And I know you're big into music, so how did you get into the music game?
Woo! Man, music. Music has been around in my life for years. I started playing the piano at 9. I think this is a long time ago. I think it was 9. Yeah, piano and saxophone at 9. Went to high school, went to performing arts high school. Then I studied music in college. After that, I decided, wanted to, dive full-fledged into production. Mm-hmm. Did that and songwriting. And then from there, it was just like, okay, well, let's take a spin at the corporate life. And, that's where I am now. And it's amazing, being able to be a part of the, I guess you could say, Universal Music Group, Capital Music Group, specifically, family, and being able to learn about the business and also impact the business in a different way. When people think about music, they think about the artistry, they think about production, they don't think about what happens on the back end, they don't think about the administration, all the work that goes into getting these songs out so people can hear them, whether it's just the audio version, whether it's just video so you can see things, or whether it's, putting on shows, being part of the tour marketing group or anything like that. All that stuff is important. It reminds me of a basketball team where each player has a different role and it's important. But at the end of the day, whether you're on the court or whether you're on the sideline, it all makes the ship sail. It all makes the car move. Yeah. Now just being able to work on the administration side and corporate is amazing. And too, to me, it's still fun because I like to learn. So as long as I'm learning, I'm having fun. As long as I'm learning and making an impact, I'm having even more fun. So I have the best of both worlds right now.
Yeah, definitely. Even before when I was asking you about college, you're probably the person that talked the most about school this whole podcast and in all the 51 podcasts I did so far.
Oh, dang. Yeah, I used to like school. School's cool, man. School, school's what you make it,
Yeah.
Everybody, though, I'm not going to sit here and say, school is for everyone. It's not. I am a big believer in education is important, but there's other ways to learn. There's other ways to implement education. And, some people just have difficult time with learning in certain ways. And then when you're part of a mass education system, you're going to have some people that aren't able to catch on the way that the other 250 people in the lecture room can, Mm-hmm. So does that mean that those other 50 people aren't smart or aren't intelligent? No, they just learn differently, right? Mm-hmm. So, and because they learn differently, they might not like school. They might not like sitting in class. However, you just can't just give up and say, okay, I'm going to drop out of school and I'm just going to do whatever. No, you try and you try and you try again. And then when it doesn't work, you try to figure out another avenue or another way to exploit your intelligence. I believe everyone has a brain and they can put it to use. They're good at something, so yeah. That was just something that I like. It's not for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. You should be a motivational speaker too.
Thanks, man.
Do you have any projects coming out with your music? Are you working on it?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I definitely am. I wrote a song the other day. So, yeah, I'm still working on music. Whenever I'm not on the court, mm-hmm. I'm probably sitting at a piano or writing or producing, something that's not taxing on my body because mm-hmm. you can't do too taxing things, especially in season. So, music is definitely relaxing for me. It's always been in my life. If I'm not doing basketball and music, it always feels like something's missing, and then I feel like I'm unbalanced. So it's very important, imperative for me to actually have that balance in order to be successful throughout the season. And even when I'm in the off season and I'm just working, down at Capitol, I still have to train because if I don't train and I just show up at work, I still feel unbalanced. Mm-hmm. And that's not good. Then I won't perform as well when I'm working. So, again, that's not for everybody. Some people like to do one thing at a time. Mm-hmm. But I believe now we're in a culture, we're in a point in society where if you don't do multiple things, then you're stuck behind the 8 ball. Because now so many people are self-sufficient. Mm-hmm. You look at you doing your own podcast. Before people couldn't do that. They couldn't even fathom how oh my God, I'm going to do a podcast and put it online myself. Oh, you can do that? Well, also, I got to know how to set up a microphone. I got to know how to record things. Like, before, it took 5 different people to get one job done. Oh, yeah. Nowadays, it's like people are thirsting for knowledge, and so they're like, okay, I'm going to be self-sufficient. If I can't pay for somebody else to do this for me, then I'm just going to do it myself. I'm going to learn and do it myself. And that's a skill that everybody needs to have, man. You have to be multifaceted now.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, that's what I hate the most when people say, like, you can't do all the X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, I got to do everything. Well,
yeah, I learned it early. My dad couldn't walk, man. Right? So, he's wheelchair bound. But did that stop him from going up and down the stairs? So, no. Did he have one of those fancy little, I don't even know what to call them right now, but it's slipping my mind. So, when they have it, it's attached to the railing, and when you're handicapped, when you're disabled, they sit you in the chair and it brings you up and down the chair, brings you up and down the stairs. Yeah. He didn't have that, so what did he do? He slid down the stairs himself, and he pretty much, lifted himself up one step at a time using both his arms, and he made no excuses. And it's just like something as simple as that, where, you might overlook or you might not even value because you're not in that situation. That taught me a lot as a kid, man. That means that nothing can stop you. There's nothing in the way but yourself, right? Because he could have just sat at the top of the stairs and called for someone to help him down the stairs each and every day. But he didn't do that. I never saw him do that. Even getting off to the floor onto the bed. Something simple as that. He would pick himself up and get in the bed. So it's just like, I'm able-bodied. There's nothing wrong with me. My mind is good. My body's good. So there shouldn't be anything that's standing in front of me that's going to stop me. It's either I'm going to go around it, or I'm going to knock it down, or I'm going to jump over it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't exist. The barrier doesn't exist to me. Make it happen.
Yeah, definitely. Are you ready for some fun questions? We're going to go from average to savage.
All right, let's go. Savage at its finest.
All right, what are your favorite kicks to play in?
To play in? Dang, man, I don't even have a rotation. I just wear whatever that day. So right now I'm wearing some Kobe's. But then next week I might wear some Kyrie's. But I like whatever's light, right? Yeah. Whatever's light on my foot and allows me to move, I'm cool with it. But it definitely has to look dope, though. And right now, as long as it's Nike, it's dope to me.
Yeah, do you get any custom ones done? I
got some custom ones done. My Kobe right now are custom, and I got a couple more customs on the way.
Gotcha. Are you superstitious? If you score like 20, you got to wear them again?
Nah, I'm not. To me, skill is skill. If I could do it once, I could do it twice.
Gotcha. All right, what 3 jerseys do you want that you don't own in any sport?
Oh, I want a Ronaldo jersey.
Okay.
All right, but I want his Real Madrid jersey because that's where I first saw him play, and so I want that. I want that autographed. I may never wear it, but I just want an autograph. I want that. What's another jersey that I want? I want the Glide Drexler jersey.
All right.
I'll take that. The Blazers. I'll take the Blazers, and I want an Iceman George Gervin jersey from the Spurs.
All right, I like all 3 of those.
Yeah, I know. I'll throw it back a little bit for you.
And last one, if you had to pick one, what would you pick, music or basketball?
Man, you bugging. Look, I'm 32 years old, and I haven't picked one yet. What makes you think I'm about to pick one now?
Because it's a savage question. All right, so you're not going to pick one?
Nah, I'm not. See, that's the problem. They've always tried to make me pick one. Now, if I would have picked one, what example would I have been for those who, who want to do 2 things? You know what I'm saying? Like, Deion Sanders didn't pick one sport. Bo Jackson, none of them. They were successful at doing both. So, here I go. Here's my shot.
Fair enough. I'll take it. Well, I appreciate you coming on, and could you let the people know where they can find you on social media?
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Thank you for having me here. You can find me, Essence Carson, on Twitter and Instagram at Preppy. So that's my music moniker, my producer moniker, and you can spell that P-R-3 PE. So again, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at PR3PE, or you could just be basic and search Essence Carson and it'll come up.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on, and good luck this season.
Thank you.